A documentary full of stories directly from veterans about their time spent in Vietnam, and it's being shown, next week at Richland Library St. Andrews. Our Emily Scarlett live there now with more on this film. And Emily, it was actually produced by a film company right here in the Midlands.
Greg, that's right, a film company in Blythewood, but the film's producer tells me he's always wanted to know more about the Vietnam War. He says, though he's around the same age as many who served, because he's originally from the United Kingdom, he says the Vietnam War was far from his reality.
At the time of the Vietnam War, I was living in another country far away on the other side of the ocean. The Vietnam War was something that I would see on TV and the newsreel.
Documentarian Raymond Smith says he was curious about the lives of Vietnam War veterans.
What was it like? I was at that age, had I been born here, that I would have probably been involved. And that was in the back of my mind. So what was it like? So we decided that we would make a film that would listen to the voices of those people that were at the war, not historians.
He produced the film Voices from Vietnam, reflecting at the wall.
You just feel like you're close to them again when you're here at the wall.
The stories of Vietnam veterans told by veterans during their trip to the traveling Walnut Hills exhibit in Blythewood back in 2016.
I think for everyone to understand what it's actually like to go to war. I've never been to war.
We patrolled looking for contact with the Viet Cong or the North Vietnamese Army.
Timothy Clee went to Vietnam in 1968 after joining the Marine Corps. He was there for 13 months.
Mostly walking around with an M16 looking for the bad guys.
Looking back, he says he was there to do a job.
They came home and they didn't get any respect for doing their job, and that caused tremendous angst, even suffering on some vets.
Even today, Timothy says he's not so sure how much attitudes have changed.
Vets are accepted, but they're not understood. You still have post-traumatic stress disorders, you still have walking wounded, homeless. We don't really address those issues. We kind of pat them on the back and say, nice job.
And you can see more stories from Vietnam War veterans here at Richland Library St. Andrews when that film is shown Wednesday at 6:30. The film's producer says he hopes sharing their stories was a healing process for the veterans as well. Live in Columbia, Emily Scarlett, WIS News 10.